Sis.
Hi, I'm Little Sis.
And welcome to The Eyes Have It. Well, today is a very different video, something I don't think I've ever done on this channel. I didn't have anything prepared video-wise for Jasmine and I to do, so I thought we would just review the movie we just came from seeing, which is Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. And we saw it in a really cool theater in our area that's new. It's called the Cube, and it's got Dolby Atmos sound where you feel it in your chair and the whole nine, and it's really loud. So that was her first time in the Cube, and so I just thought you'd get an adult and a kid perspective on the movie. So see what you thought.
Okay, so the beginning of the movie kind of starts off slow, and then it speeds up. So in the middle of the climax part, it's very intriguing and it makes you want to see more of the movie. And towards the end, it's very slow and I'm not gonna say
suspenseful.
Yeah, suspenseful.
But there's a couple woo.
Yeah, there are a couple woo moments. Like there's a lot of them, and then yeah.
We both came up out of our chairs at one point towards the end.
I got so scared.
And it was like we knew it was going to happen, but we didn't see it coming. And
yeah,
so
and all of a sudden you see.
And they have these cool leather seats in the Cube, and almost like a recliner type of big leather seat. Very cool. And so it's very bouncy. So we both kind of did the jump up and bounce thing. And
then there's funny moments in the movie.
Yes.
And there's a scary part there's a lot of scary parts.
Couple scary parts, yeah.
A lot of scary parts. And there's a lot of heartwarming parts. Well, one heartwarming part.
Hot women? What?
Heartwarming.
Heartwarming. Oh, okay, yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's and what I loved, if you're a Jurassic Park fan, the original Jurassic Park fan, as I am, I loved seeing so many references to the original movie. If you are an original movie fan, Jurassic Park from 1993, you will love being able to go through and pick them out. At one point, for example, in the 1993 film, oh God, I can't think what his name is. Ian Malcolm is his character name. He's in the back of this Jeep with a leg injury, and the raptor is behind them. And he's saying, faster, faster, to the guy driving the Jeep. And when the guy driving the Jeep looks in his side view mirror, it says, warning, things may appear larger than they are, or things may be larger than they appear, something like that. Well, in this movie, there was a Jeep or a car that they go by at one point, and it's upside down, but it has that on the window, and they close in on it. So there was just a couple things like that I loved, little references to the original. Obviously, we don't want to give away any story points or anything, but, again, Chris Pratt is back, and Bryce Dallas Howard is back, and are back in the main roles. It's also got James Cromwell, who I really love. He's been in a lot of movies. His part isn't huge, but it's in there. Of course, you got to have a bad guy. At least one bad guy. And there are a couple bad guys in this one. So yeah, it's I completely agree with Jasmine that in the beginning it was a little slow, and I was like, okay. But once they get to where they're going and the action starts, then yeah, from there on it was pretty darned exciting. And as with the original 1993 movie, there is a child in this movie who does get endangered, by dinosaurs. So there is much screaming and danger and stuff, so that's sort of repeated again. I will say that the story, and I read this in a review before I went, I will say that the story is a little, over the top ridiculous a bit compared to the original story. This is a new director that directed this one. He's a foreign director I'm not familiar with. So anyhow, yeah, I thought the story was kind of like, oh please, especially towards the first third. I was going, oh please, are you kidding me? But then, you get into it and you get swept up in it and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's a cool big old mansion that some of the action takes place in, and that was really neat because the place is giant, you know, and really cool. And of course, there are greedy people, just like there were in the original movie. Greedy people who want things for their own purposes.
And there
So.
is a very, I'm gonna say very again, scary dinosaur. I'm not gonna say what his name is, and I'm not gonna say what he was doing. But yeah,
Yeah.
just gonna let you know.
Yeah, and yeah, he was. Actually, there's more than one because that opening scene, I think that was one we haven't seen before too.
Oh
Underwater.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think that may have been one we hadn't seen before. So
That was a
anyhow,
big one.
very exciting. Lots of different locations, big booms. Definitely see it on the big screen. I would say definitely thumbs up for the big screen.
Yeah.
If you're going to see it, I would see it on the big screen. Yeah, because it's pretty exciting.
Mhm.
We saw it, like I said, in Dolby Atmos, and in this new Cube Theater, the screen goes from wall to wall. It starts out like this, and as the movie is getting ready to start, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and it fills up the entire width of the theater. So pretty darn cool. And we saw previews for a couple of interesting
Yeah.
action movies. One was called Skyscraper with
And
The
it
Rock.
looks really good.
And
I want to see it.
I don't remember what some of the other ones, but
The one was Peter Jackson. It was The Hobbit.
Oh my God! Yes.
The Hobbit and
It's not Hobbit related, but it's by
Yeah.
Peter Jackson. It's said from the director of The Hobbit.
Oh.
Yeah, he directed The Hobbit. Boy, it looks crazy. It's like post-apocalyptic, and you know where these big cities are like taken over and the world and stuff. It looked amazing. Very high technology and all that kind of stuff. Kind of reminded me a little bit of Mel Gibson Road Warrior, but I'm talking about the Road Warrior later in the series. So, all right, that's about it for me. Anything else for you? Yes,
really.
whiny pants.
It was a good movie altogether, even though they had a slow part and some good part. The actors were really good.
Yeah. All
Made
right.
me scared.
You want to say hi? We're running out of time.
Come
on.
here. Oh, she's
Oh,
right.
she don't. Okay. Take care.
Be well.
And always
Be yourself.
We love you. Bye.
Bye.